Hey Virgo men, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for supporting the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and do you a general message. Let's see what the energy is like. Now this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you masculines and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel. And to those of you who do subscribe, it's very much appreciated. So I do hope that you guys are doing well, okay? Cross watcher, if you are in here, feel free to flip the roles if you're dealing with a Virgo man. But Spirit, what do we have here today for the masculines? For my Virgo men, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. What's the strongest energy here today? Show me. All right, so let's get a card to start off your message. And the card that is coming out for you, it says Serena. And it says, someone may like to play tennis. Okay, I'm saying someone may like to play tennis, which yes, you can. But I feel like what Spirit is showing me straight away is, I don't know if someone has been going backwards and forwards with some sort of idea, decision, something. Okay, it's showing me like now the Two of Pentacles. But it says, I am the angel of abundance. And it says, you will receive the money that you need. It says, and God is in charge of how that will happen. It says, have faith. So that backward and forwards energy could have something to do with your finances. But show me more. What do we have for the masculines? Maybe someone here is worrying about how they're going to finance something. Or how something is going to affect them financially. What do we have for the masculines? Yeah, the situation will improve, but I'm also seeing forgiveness as well. But give me a card for now and a card for going forward. Thank you, Spirit. My Virgo men. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you do have be assertive because there's something better. Right behind it, you have choose a new direction, and you also have communicate clearly. But let's focus on the cards that came on the table. So your first one says get more information. And then going forward, we have look for a sign. Show me more, Spirit. What is get more information? What do we have for Virgo men? False person. Number 8 could be significant here. What's the energy going forward? Let's look for a sign. And then you have occupation. Number 34 could be significant, or 43 does boil down to a 7. What is get more information with false person? You have the mountain, okay, so number 21 could be significant here, or the number 12, but it does boil down to a number 3, okay? So the 3 of Wands energy for me does talk about being able to see the bigger picture of a situation. But the 3 of Wands also can talk about, I don't know if you're waiting for something to come in, masculines, right, with that 3 of Wands energy, but it can also talk about you planning and making progression and making steps and things like that, or decisions towards your future here. Now, the Mountain card talks about blockages and obstacles and delays, right? I don't know if you have somebody around you here, masculines, that may be trying to make something very challenging for you, or there may be some sort of information here, or something that they're telling you that may not be trustworthy. What's the energy going forward? Let's look for a sign and occupation. You have the crossroads, number 22. So I'm looking at the mountain, which is a number 21, and then you've got the crossroads, which is a number 22, which kind of makes me feel like some of you may be getting a little bit closer to something, whether it is finding out the truth, whether it is about making a decision. So the crossroads, it talks about choices. It can talk about an energy of hesitation, maybe somebody feeling like they're at some sort of a stalemate. But this is also an energy of separation. So some of you could be thinking about maybe leaving a job or something like that, or should you change careers or something like that. For some of you, this might even have something to do with someone that you work with. Yeah, there's a stork at the bottom of the deck, and the stork talks about new beginnings. It talks about movement. It talks about change. And the coffin right behind it. I don't know if some of you, if this has something to do with a relationship, a marriage, or a contract with the ring there. Show me more for my masculine spirit. What does this have to do with? That's twice I've seen your energy with the King of Pentacles, right? And at first I saw the King of Pentacles with the Devil. So again, I don't know if something has something to do with a toxic situation, a karmic situation. I don't know if you have maybe someone or people around you that have some sort of addictions, or they're very, I don't know if you have people that are very attached to you where it's like an energy of codependency. But the Devil is a low vibrational energy. And then I see the King of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is an energy of conflict, drama, chaos, ego, right? To me, it's an energy of competition. Too many people being involved in a situation, arguments. Let's get more information, false person and mountain for the masculines. So you have the star, and that's interesting because it landed right on top of the crystal. So I don't know if something here is about healing, okay? Or about you having hope and faith about moving forward, because the star card is a number 17, okay? Which could be significant, or 71, but it does boil down to an 8, which is that 8 of Wands energy. Moving on, taking action so that things can gain momentum and pick up speed for you. But it is Aquarius energy. Show me more. Coming out sideways is a blockage. And the two cards that you have coming out sideways is a King of Swords and the Three of Swords. So something could have to do with an Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini, maybe masculine energy here. But if I had to look at this another way, masculine, so I could see you in this King of Swords energy with the Three of Swords. And maybe that's why the star came out in the upright. I don't know if there's something that you need to heal from, or that you are healing from here. But this is an energy coming out sideways. It would make the Four of Swords as an energy of maybe somebody suffering in silence or healing from something. Again, you could be healing from a sickness or something like that, right? I saw the Devil. Some of you may be healing from addictions. Take it how it resonates here. Three of Swords is heartbreak, sadness, pain, grief, loss, right? It's an energy of tears. Show me more. Yeah, Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Five of Cups. Five of Pentacles. So 5-5 here. Someone could be seeing that synchronicity, 55. Yeah, the Ace of Wands is going to sit with the Judgment. Someone here has to make some sort of final decision about moving forward, or some sort of new beginning with the Ace of Wands. There's the Four of Swords with the energy of suffering in silence, right? And it's going to sit with the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is an energy of somebody who is crying over spilt milk. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have the right to grieve over something. No, but I kind of feel like I want to say, but you shouldn't allow it to completely put a hold on your life. Five of Swords is going to sit with the Five of Pentacles. Someone here may have had some sort of loss of money, or maybe someone, like I said, maybe is struggling financially, or the Five of Swords can talk about, again, with this false person. Maybe someone here feels like they have been you know, kind of lied to, feel like they've been tricked in a situation. Five of Swords is an energy of someone who would do anything, say anything to get the outcome that they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. So like I said, something could have left somebody struggling financially or just feeling abandoned in some way, shape or form. But we have the Emperor, the Emperor with the King of Pentacles right next to it. You have everything you need in you to pull yourself up from something. To take back your power. But show me more. Because like I said, this King of Swords energy, it could be somebody else that you're dealing with. What is look for a sign, occupation and crossroads? We have the Temperance. Coming out sideways, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. The Chariot, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's like you got the Ten of Swords. There may have been something that you invested in, or maybe something that you put time, energy, and effort into. But it's like there was a betrayal, Ten of Swords. So Eight of Cups talks about walking away, right? And the Chariot talks about, okay, moving forward. But show me more. Coming in the reverse. Damn. It's your energy, King of Pentacles. You're in the reverse here. And that landed on straight on the Three of Swords. All right, show me what is this? Look, as I pick up the deck, you're at the bottom, Hermit. And the Temperance. So it's like for some of you, ancestors and angels is really surrounding you at this time. But what is the Star, Spirit? Why is this Aquarius energy here? The Seven of Wands. That landed on the King of Swords. What's the Seven of Wands? See, for some of you, a situation may have made you very, like, I don't know, kind of like closed off, or you're kind of just not vibrating from a heart space, right? What's the Star with the Seven of Wands? The World card. Looks like some of you may be struggling with some sort of ending, or this could be someone else's energy, right? Like I said, you have Aquarius out here. You have heavy air energy out here, actually. But you have the Seven of Wands with the World. And the Seven of Wands, like I said, it can talk about someone needing to stand up for themselves, or that someone may be finding something very difficult here. It's also an energy of somebody maybe feeling like they have to keep defending themselves in a situation. And then you have the World, which talks about completion. Something could have to do with something online. What's the Seven of Wands? The Hierophant. Taurus energy, what's the Hierophant? Six of Pentacles. Now, something could have to do with religion, or something could have to do with a marriage or institution or something like that here. But the Hierophant does talk about forgiving, right? The Hierophant talks about an energy of trusting. But the way that Seven of Wands is looking at that Hierophant, someone is like, oh, I don't care. You know, God could come down and speak to me himself. I'm still going to have my guards up. Very defensive. Show me more about the Seven of Wands. The Devil. Landed on the King of Swords. Some of you could be in a same-sex relationship. Or this could be like a family member, friend, or was. What's the Three of Swords? The Three of Swords is the Nine of Pentacles. So some of you may be choosing to be single at this time, right? Maybe you're just choosing to work on yourself. Or for some of you, something could have something to do with another Virgo. What's the Nine of Pentacles? Because the Nine of Pentacles is someone who's independent, self-sufficient. So Someone who is financially stable. The Lovers. Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers. So we've got Gemini energy here. What's the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers? Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like investing in something would be a victory or success. Or again, you know, the Ace of Swords. It could be maybe you want some more information about a situation. Because the Ace of Swords talks about clarity, communication. What's the Nine of Pentacles, Lovers? Lovers talks about a union, partnership. Okay, it talks about that energy of two heads is better than one. Right? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, something here could have something to do with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But the Queen of Wands is usually someone who's very confident here. Right? She doesn't underestimate herself. She is a go-getter. She's someone who is focused. She's someone who has enthusiasm, and she's optimistic about life and the things that she's achieving here. Give me one more on this. Give me one more on this Queen of Wands, because Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. I don't know if this is an energy where someone here wants to kind of offer somebody something. What's this Queen of Wands energy? Oh, like I said, some of you may have a choice. Maybe between an earth sign and a fire sign. You got the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck looking at the High Priestess with the Ace of Cups. So there feels like there's some sort of mutual attraction here. What is this? The Seven of Cups. Why the Seven of Cups? Like I said, choices. Someone here could have options. Page of Pentacles, the Strength card. One more. And the Moon. What's the Moon and the Page of Pentacles? The Two of Wands. Okay. So again, something here could be about making a choice. Right? I feel like someone here is keeping something to themselves with the Moon energy, or there is some element of fear here. So what's the Seven of Cups and the Strength? The Star. Is this about healing something with someone? Is this about offering someone some sort of an apology or testing the waters with somebody here? I mean, if this is about fear, Spirit says, I'm looking at the Star card. I don't want to keep showing her naked body, even though I'm sure some of you wouldn't mind. But even in the Star card, I'm looking where I'm hearing Spirit say, listen, you know, Spirit isn't saying you got to jump head first into something. But, you know, you see she's dipping one toe in at a time. You know, sometimes slow and steady wins the race. But show me, what is this King of Swords energy? The Eight of Swords. So is this about you speaking some sort of truth? Because this makes the Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords is an energy of anxiety, again, worry, stress, sleepless nights, can even be nightmares. I don't know if something is replaying over and over in your head, or maybe you're having dreams about something. I'm hearing vivid dreams. What's the Eight of Swords? Because the Eight of Swords is also, like I said, it's an illusion. It's like negative thoughts. It's like somebody self-prophesizing the outcome of something, but negatively, without even getting more information. Two of Wands. What's the Eight of Swords, Two of Wands? Two of Wands talks about reconciliation. Also, that energy of somebody needing to make some sort of decision. This is an energy of traveling. Some of you may have, like, what do you call that when you, like, sometimes get a little bit scared of traveling? Some of you may have that. Like, maybe you get anxiety, like if you're getting on a plane or something like that. Or maybe even a train. My mum used to have anxiety getting on a train, which is why she never got on one. But Six of Cups, something to do with the past, maybe. Something from the past replaying in your head. Six of Cups is soulmate energy. There could also be something here about children. What's the Six of Cups? The Queen of Pentacles, and it's funny because I was going to say something about innocence as well. What's this Queen of Pentacles with the Six of Cups? The Two of Pentacles. That makes the Three of Pentacles energy. So this could also be about collaborating, or, you know, something like that, working together, teamwork energy, because you do have occupation out here. Give me one more here. Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Seven of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. The Emperor landed on the Nine of Pentacles. Give me one more on the Emperor. The Three of Pentacles. So is this about a work? Maybe some of you own your own business or something like that here. But whatever this is, Spirit is saying, listen, it is going to take for you to step into this Emperor energy and not kind of doubt yourself here. The Emperor is someone who is a leader, someone who builds empires, someone who is well respected and looked up to. Someone's got to step back in their power. Ten of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups, and Chariot. Some of you may be moving away from a water sign. Doesn't have to be. I don't know if something was kind of based on just like sexual energy or lust or something like that, right? King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands with the King of Cups. I feel like the best thing to do is for you to follow your heart. Some of you could be trying to get some sort of advice from a friend. What's the Temperance? Yeah, it's almost like Spirit wants somebody to choose peace. It's like it's time for a change. Coming out sideways though. Because the Temperance is number 14 or 41 could be significant, but it does boil down to a 5. So coming out sideways is the Three of Swords. Coming out sideways is the Six of Pentacles. Landed on that King of Swords. Some of you may be upset that you have to pay out some sort of finances for something here. Or like I said, some of you could be upset or heartbroken that you gave to a situation that maybe really didn't deserve your time. Okay? Didn't deserve your energy. Didn't deserve your emotions. What's this Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles? The Eight of Pentacles. So some of you may be doing this thing, right, where it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But, you know, sometimes when you're feeling pain and you kind of try to distract yourself with work and things like that. And that's okay, you know, because it's a form of you finding a way to transmute the energy, and that's good. But what it is the energy of, how do I explain this? You can't kind of keep doing that because it's not going to solve the issue that is underlying. Do you know what I mean? Show me more about this Eight of Pentacles, though. The Four of Wands. Some of you may work from home, okay? Some of you definitely could be working towards maybe making some sort of a purchase or something like that here. But the Four of Wands talks about celebrations and union here. Something could have to do with, like I said, maybe a marriage or somebody that you lived with, or something to do maybe with a property. What's the Eight of Wands? The Moon landed on the Eight of Swords. What's the Eight of Wands? So 88 could be significant here. Five of Swords landed on that King of Swords. I feel like for some of you, you may be dealing with a deceptive air sign, whether it is male or female here, but it could be a masculine. And it's funny because he's a King of Swords, but I'm noticing that he has a real big coin in his hand, which definitely could be telling me that this may be also be your energy. So, but Five of Swords, conflict, chaos, competition. This is maybe someone in an energy where they're maybe feeling defeated in a situation here. This is sneakiness and a thief, and we already have false person out here. Yeah, 10 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. I don't know if someone cheated on somebody here. I don't know if someone was around you or you was with somebody and maybe you thought that, you know, they were very much faithful and dedicated to you, right? And maybe for someone here, maybe you found out that they wasn't. This could also be maybe you not forgiving somebody for maybe who they slept with. What's the Knight of Wands and the 10 of Wands? For some of you, someone else could have even ended up pregnant, but let's see. What's Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands? Four of Swords. Landing on the Three of Swords is a Chariot. Yeah, it's like dropping some sort of a burden here. Clarify these two cards. Knight of Wands and Four of Swords. Landing on the Queen of Wands is the Ace of Wands. Show me more about the Knight of Wands, Four of Swords, Ace of Wands. Okay, the Four of Wands. Again, I need one more, Spirit. I could still take that two ways. Because like I said, I don't know if some of you are finding out that someone that you live with, married to, kind of stepped out on the relationship with you. Worse if they kind of did it in the home that you both live in or something like that, or was living in or whatever, right? But for others of you, it makes me feel like, I don't know, if there is something heavy on your mind, right? Some sort of action that you want to take. Ace of Wands with the Four of Wands. Maybe you want to go visit somebody at their home, or maybe some of you see someone as marriage material or relationship material here, right? Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands. The Emperor. Give me one on the Emperor. The Ten of Cups. Okay, so I mean, it feels like one of those situation masculines where the ball's in your court, right? So, what is the Moon and the Five of Swords? Moon and the Five of Swords, Spirit. Thank you. Landing on the King of Swords, Nine of Wands. I feel like some of you had to get a certain situation under control in terms of mind over matter, right? Nine of Wands is an energy of perseverance, resilience, not giving up. Yes, it's been hard. Yes, it's been tough. Yes, I've been hurt. Yes, I've been wounded. But it all boils down to the question of, are you going to give up? Or are you going to keep going? So it's that energy where, do you want to see yourself as the victim or the victor? Are you going to sink or are you going to swim? Why is this King of Pentacles in the reverse? Page of Wands. Now, it could have something to do with your stability, finances, things like that. Why is this King of Pentacles in the reverse? The Empress. Empress with the Page of Wands. Oh, okay. Let me just get the King of Pentacles card. I'm still going to grab one more, but for some of you, I don't know if there's something here about you not being the father of a child, okay? So again, that is not going to be for everyone. King of Pentacles in the reverse talks about greed and indulgence, materialistic, stubborn. It talks about somebody who may be obsessed with wealth and status, and it also talks about corruption, and that can definitely talk about how somebody makes their money. But what's the Page of Wands and the Empress? How's that King of Pentacles in the reverse? Oh, I'm sorry, King of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Virgos. It's not the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So just erase that a little bit. Okay. It's not the King of Pentacles in the reverse. It's the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So that would make more sense to me. Because I was a little bit confused, but, you know. So in the upright, it's the Knight of Pentacles, right? And you notice that the man has a big coin again, right? And he's got all these crystals around him. Now, the Knight of Pentacles in the upright can talk about the slowest knight in the deck, right? It's someone who has an offer, but it's almost like the knight stands there with the offer. And he's standing there with the offer because he's going through a lot of contemplation. Okay, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right offer to the right person? Should I move now? Should I wait? Should I go? Should I stop? What should I do? You know, but he has a solid offer, so his intentions is good. Maybe, okay, masculines, just maybe that this Knight of Pentacles is coming in the reverse. Because maybe someone is actually going to make a move with the Page of Wands. This talks about communication, right? It talks about good news. It talks about, I don't know, maybe you receive the information that you have been looking for. But let me get one more card, because you have the Empress out here. And the Empress is an energy of divine feminine. Someone who's very abundant, very nurturing, very caring, right? Usually the Empress is someone who can manifest anything that she wants. This is someone who has had some sort of growth in their life and they've accomplished something. Even if it is the energy of maturity and making good choices and, you know, knowing their worth. The Empress in the upright is also someone who is a good mother. Okay. A good wife, a good partner. That's, yeah. 6 of Wands. Victory, success. But you see, the 6 of Wands with that Page of Wands, though, does make the 7 of Wands energy. So going back to almost the very beginning when we had the 7 of Wands come out here, it's almost like Spirit is saying, hey, listen, some things are worth fighting for. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, no more delays here. Okay. Yeah, go after what you want. Emperor, 4 Wands, Ace of Wands. Because you've come out of something here. I don't know if a situation, like I said, I don't know for some of you if this was a marriage here or some sort of business deal or something like that, right? But something made somebody very cautious and very wary. But it's over with the Death card. Or maybe it's coming to a close here. 10 of Pentacles with the Devil. Maybe you was with someone who could, who only wanted you for your money or what you could do. Show me what the energy is in love. How are we doing for time? Okay. 33 could be significant. 37 could be significant. The number 13, right? 33 and 7 boils down to 13. Death card. Scorpio energy. Energy of rebirth. What's the energy in love for the masculines? Coming out sideways. Oh dear. Landed on the mountain as well. It says release your ex. It says the time has come to clear your energy. Yeah, I don't know if this has something to do with an ex. We pay attention to the red flags, the signs of cautioning you at the bottom of the deck. Show me more. What is the energy in love, Spirit? What do we have for Virgo men? Energy in love. I'm getting stuck here. Intense. It says the intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. You have coming out, it says learn. It says let love show you how to learn from each other. You've got embrace at the bottom of the deck with enlightenment. So again, this energy of maybe after being enlightened about something, you know, someone can go towards someone. These two are embracing each other. They're holding each other, hugging each other. I feel like something would be successful for someone. Maybe this even has something to do with your mother, right? Because it is a general message. Some of you may have had like mother issues growing up. I'm hearing something about wanting to be accepted. Confirmation. What's the energy in love? Coming out sideways is a blockage. And look at the bottom of the deck. You have the X again. So is it this X that did a number on you? I'm hearing that song by... It must have been when she was still in Destiny's Child. I could be wrong, but I'm hearing a bugaboo. Yeah, I think she was still in Destiny's Child then. But I'm hearing a bit where she says, you make me want to throw my pager out the window. To cut the phone, something. Because you're a bugaboo. But anyway, yeah, look at that. Right behind the X, you have heartbreak. So this X card says, healing from the past, heartbreak takes time. It says, be patient with yourself. And then heartbreak says, heartbreak is a part of the human experience. It will pass. Now the card coming out sideways is the Star card. Okay, and it is landing on the learn. So know that something that you went through was because you had to learn some sort of life lesson. So the Star, and we have the Star out here as well, right? First card. It says your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you right now. But I feel like this is coming out sideways because, like I said, I feel like someone hasn't fully healed from something, or they haven't fully accepted something, or, you know, kind of that energy where you kind of forgive, but you don't forget. But you forgive for yourself. You don't forgive for the other person. You holding on to malice and anxiety and tension and... yeah. Spirit, show me a little bit about this. What is this energy? What is the X? Release your X. Some of you are staying in relationships where it's not fulfilling you, so you're kind of like settling. All right. What is release your X, Spirit? Just give me 2 to 3 cards. You have the Knight of Cups. So we have water energy. And we have the 7 of Cups coming out sideways, though. So is this... And the 7 of Cups with the Knight of Cups would make the 8 of Cups energy. So like I said, I don't know if there is some sort of energy where there may be an X that is causing some sort of confusion, right? Maybe this is somebody coming back in wanting you to take their offer with the Knight of Cups here. Maybe some of you regret offering something to an X. But the Knight of Cups, it talks about someone who may have been moving in a very tactful energy. Or someone who was moving very strategic. What's this 7 of Cups? Because this talks about being unclear. It talks about illusions and confusions. And also talks about maybe you were dealing with someone who was accepting offers from other people. Maybe this is someone who had options. Even though maybe they were supposed to be in a committed relationship with you. Knight of Cups, 7 of Cups. What's this release your X? Pisces energy and the Knight of Wands. Someone was keeping some sort of secrets from somebody. I mean, all right, give me 1 card. I just need 1. What's release your X? Thank you. The 8 of Coins. Was somebody having some sort of work affair? What's learn? The one is you have the Ace of Coins. You have the Five of Wands coming out here. Yeah, we have the Ten of Cups. Looks like it's coming out in the reverse. This talks about an energy of discontentment. Talks about an imbalance. It's an energy of a false sense of security. Do you know the kind of scenario they're showing me in my mind? It's like, say you're with somebody, right, everything's fine, like, but say as soon as something goes wrong, like, okay, like maybe you have a loss of finances or something, you know, something goes wrong with your money, and then all of a sudden you can't do the things you used to do, and then all of a sudden someone shows you their true colors. So that should just teach you, right? Learn. That should just teach you why they were really there in the first place. Ace of Coins. Why is the Ace of Coins out here with the Five of Wands, Ten of Cups in the reverse? Is it all about the money? What's the Star? The Four of Coins. Four of Coins can talk about an energy of possessiveness, right? Or again, this energy of maybe someone is kind of holding on to their finances now. Maybe you, like I said, maybe you had to learn some lesson. Maybe you were just too free with your money, or too free with your time, or too free, you know, with your love or whatever. So maybe someone here took your kindness for weakness. You got the Page of Coins, and that makes the Five of Coins. But they are separated, right? And it is underneath the Star. So the Page of Coins can talk about, hey, listen, you needing to make some sort of how do I like to describe the Page of Coins? Someone who needs to make some sort of practical decision for themselves now. Because the Page of Coins, even though it can represent starting again, yes, it may be like starting from scratch. But it gives you that opportunity. It's almost like the Tower energy, right? It gives you that opportunity to start rebuilding again, but building on a more solid foundation. This is you setting goals for yourself. This is also an energy of you needing to have faith. What's this card? The Knight of Swords. This is about seizing opportunities. Sometimes I can see the Knight of Swords as an energy of challenging. The Star came out sideways. But this is about being daring. You got the waning moon at the bottom of the deck. And this is about having new perspective. It does talk about reevaluating your plans. And look at this. You've got the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment here. And then you've got the Ten of Coins. Spirit has bigger plans for you. So whatever this was, you know, it's that energy where it wasn't meant to break you. And then someone's going to say, but it did. But in a weird way, even though you may see it as it was meant to break you, later down the line, you're only going to see that it was part of what made you. So, let's see what lessons my masculines may be learning at this time. What kind of lessons is masculine going through at this time, Spirit? Just give me 3 cards. What's the strongest energy here? You have doubt. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. It says empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Yeah. I think we see that heavy here. Indecision. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. And then you have adversity. It says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And that landed on the Star. Forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I think that's what I was trying to explain earlier. But see, I just parted the deck on grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So what do my masculines need to be aware of, Spirit? Anything that they need to be aware of at this time. Now, the be aware doesn't necessarily have to be about someone else, but it could be. It could be a be aware where Spirit may be warning you about something, masculines. Let's do one more. Someone's name could be Martin. Someone's name could begin with a P. I just heard Paul. All right. Am I taking that? So you have spying. It says social network. It says information and ways. Well, you do have get more information out here. Maybe some of you are watching something online. It could be tarot readings to get some sort of confirmation about something. But do remember that these are general messages. You have heart fog. It says mixed signals. It says blocked emotions. And it says messed up. Landing on the star, you have clinging. It says holding on, obsessing and spying. There's something here maybe about naked. Oh, I don't know if these are like naked pictures, or I don't know if someone is trying to tempt you here. Like I said on this star card, this woman is butt naked. But anyway, you have intimacy with spying. It says bonding, sensual and confiding. You may have someone who is spying on you online, waiting to see if who you're dealing with, who you're sleeping with, who you're bonding with. What's spying and intimacy? Or maybe you are spying on someone you want to be intimate with. I don't know. Somebody want to go towards someone over here. You have exhaustion. It says depletion, drained, and long journey. Give me one more here. What's intimacy? Peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. Yeah, it's like some of that's what you deserve after going through something here. You deserve some peace in your life. What's heart fog? It says obsession. Why does it keep landing on the star card? Some of you dealing with Aquarius? It says obsession. It says infatuation, adoration, and addiction. Or are you obsessed with someone that is in the public eye? What's going on? What's heart fog and obsession? Coming out is family, fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. This would make me think of the Empress. Because this woman is pregnant in this card. Healing at the bottom of the deck. Releasing, purifying, and cleansing. Look at there. Yeah, here it is. You got healing. You got commitment. Marriage, promise, fidelity. But you got fantasy, which is like someone is in their head about something, right? Healing something with someone. Going into a relationship with someone. Committing to someone. And there she is. Divine. Damn. Okay. Divine feminine. And divine masculine with only you. Longing, distracted, and memories. So, all right, show me more about clinging. So you have elusive. And it says dishonest, it says deception, and it says trickery. Yeah, for some of you, if you go towards like what I would say is a soulmate energy or a twin flame or something like that, and you start building a foundation with someone else, some of you have somebody in the background that is watching. So what is clinging, elusive, and dishonesty? Chasing. Pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. There may be someone that you need to stay away from. I'm hearing hot pursuit. Somebody in hot pursuit of you now? What is this? Show me more. What's chasing? Pain. And it says apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. Yeah. Sounds about right. So give me some energy going forward for my masculines. What's the energy going forward for them, Spirit? Coming out sideways. It says the sacred mandala. It says unity, completeness, and focus, but it came out sideways. Okay, all right, give me 2 more cards. When the messages get to this stage, I'm like, hey, do you know what? It's definitely a bring a horse to water kind of energy for me. You know, I can deliver the message that's bringing the horse to the water, okay? Whether the horse is going to drink the water, what you take from the message or do with it is up to you. Show me more. 2 more. You have the stargazer. This comes out quite a lot. It says dreams, aspirations, and looking beyond. Can you see the bigger picture of something or not? Can you see the bigger picture of something? Landing on the star, you have the mystic's eye. So someone definitely could be like a psychic or a healer or something like that. So it says clairvoyance, insight, and foresight. Yeah, you have the open book at the bottom of the deck and the rising phoenix. Renew, resilience, and a rebirth. And that's a bit like that Knight of Wands that we saw here. Right? Are you going to rise from the deception? Moon card, 5 of Swords. The things that people have put you through, lied to you about, belittled you is what I'm hearing as well. Or are you going to take this 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands and move forward? And it's almost like an energy of recreating yourself. The open book says knowledge, openness, and potential. So, let's get a card from Archangel Michael and end out this reading for you. What do you have for the masculines? What do you have for the masculine, Spirit? It says open up to your spiritual gifts. Two more. What do we have for my Virgo men? Thank you. Okay, so the first one coming out, it says it's a number 22. And it says open your heart. It says no one is perfect. It says stop judging yourself and others. It says and let love heal this situation. You have a number 15 or 51 boils down to a 6. And it says increase your knowledge. And you already have get more information out here. It says education brings opportunities. It says take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. So maybe some of you want to get into something like astrology or something like that with a stargazer. Maybe you already kind of watched the stars and maybe you know about the planets and things like that. You have a number 9. Okay, so we just pointed out the 9 of Wands here. Now it says don't give up on love. So there's 2 cards out here that you have that has to do with love. Now it doesn't necessarily have to do with love in terms of a relationship. It could just be you getting yourself back to that high vibrational energy. Being excited about life. Being happy about life, right? It says a relationship you cherish can be healed. It says allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. And like I said, maybe some of you want to kind of go back towards someone. Or someone wants to come back towards you and you're like, I don't know if I should forgive them. And some of you, like I said, you want to go towards someone, but you're just like, I don't know how they're going to receive me. So I'm just going to sit in the energy of fear. So, masculines, that's what I picked up. If anything has resonated with you guys, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, masculines, stay safe, love and light, guys.